We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Jaguars and the Thunder. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Antoine Fong gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Ready now, Edmundo Ayala. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First of 4 here on this Monday night as the first pitch of the game is over for strike 1. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. This will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Striding into the box, Alex Santana. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Santana is one of those prototypical left-handed bats that really excels against right-handed pitching. Sees the ball well coming from that side. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend, Matthew Ross. Very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ayala gets his lead at first, nobody out. Into the corner and slicing foul. Ready with another 2-2. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is in the air out to right. Right fielder giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
That is third. The left fielder, Nick W.
Stepping in, Nick W. First chance for him here with a runner at first and 1 gone. Up the line as it gets away. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. From the stretch. A ball and no strikes. A man at third with one away. Fastball misses downstairs, and it's 2-0 now.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the three-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. The 2-1 pitch.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
The 3-1. Finds the zone to fill the count, 3-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounder down the line at third. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Digging in now, Zane Oaks. Good opportunity for him to add to his season RBI total here, which sits third best in the National League.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his teammates are hoping he can keep this up all the way into the fall.
Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Oh, and look out as they brush him back here. It's ball 1. Ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Johnny Hinojosa will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Striding in, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Yeah, you should take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on the roll. offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
Standing in, Adrian Esparza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Standing in now, Scott Franchise. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Boy, it sure doesn't seem like they want to pitch to this guy right here. I get that, but it's just the first inning. Sometimes you have to compete and set the tone.
Now the 2-0.
We're seeing a good AB here from the three-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
Strike two called, and it's full 3-2. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Ian Fatty.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ian Fatty, runner in scoring position with Cigar. First pitch on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Stepping into the box, Mac Madden, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 4-1. And it's fouled away. can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you could do with that. Textbook sinker.
To the plate now, Jose Ramos. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. He comes in with 16 home runs on the season so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, back inside.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Hit down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
The shortstop, Jorge Ramos.
In now, Jorge Ramos, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Comes set and the 0-1.
One ball, one strike.
Runner at first here, one man out. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Oh, that's out.
And he comes back with one down and in for ball three.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball four. First and second now with one away.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his third walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
Settling in now, Philip Bowen. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First offering on its way.
Count 1-0.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Here it comes, 1-0.
Ball, that's inside.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
to 2-2 now. From the belt, the pitch. Looked like a cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tight.
At the plate now, Johnny Hinojosa batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Here comes the 1-2.
A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over.
Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Is offered at and missed for the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Here's the pitch.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Right fielder giving chase, and no one will track it down. Payoff pitch one more time. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Into the box now, Tiny Ryan. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. Ready. Here's the first offering. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw won't get him.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
Stepping in now, Corey Esparza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1-0 home. None out, runners at first and second. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. Can't find his own there, and it's 3-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right here and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. Worthing bats left but throws right and stands at 5'11". He's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Number 1.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Antoine Fong, and their runners at the corners now. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now you want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. And there's ball 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Riding in once again, Brian Hannon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball 1, no strike.
2 out with the man at first. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Nope.
3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And the count will be full.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Throw over to the bag, and he's back easily. Here comes the payoff pitch. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Adrian Esparza. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Esparza, a native Texan. He's been in the big leagues for over 2 decades now. That kind of longevity is extremely rare in just about any sport. It's great to see.
Yeah, there's just no other way to slice it but the fact that if you're going to hang it.
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
At the plate, Scott Franchise. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches and get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
Into the box, Ian Fatty, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0. Liner towards second. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Wow, and the hits just keep piling up for them. Take a look at the numbers here. That's already 6 hits, and we're only in the second inning. We'll see if they can keep this up as the innings go on.
Standing in now, Andrew Arellano. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll make a beeline for the showers, I'm sure, as he's going to want to put this awful night behind him as quickly as possible. Quincy Roberts enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. In now, Tiny Ryan, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and grounded to second. He's got it, and not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But not only do they take the lead, they also open it up a bit as 7 men come across to score. We played 2 full. Tennessee is on top here, 7-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edmundo Ayala. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get one or two of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
First pitch of the at-bat. Too high, 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 2-1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
At the plate now, Alex Santana popped him up. Esparza in foul ground, but this will land untouched. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now that the left fielder, Nick W.
Ready for another chance? Nick W. He drew a walk his first time up. Pitch on the way. And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his own, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
In there, 2-1. Now the pitch. I tried to jerk that one, and it's 2-2.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Fouled away. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he watches a called third strike on the cut fastball that time, and that will retire the side. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Esparza. He reached on a single in his first try.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
1-0. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
1-1. Misses for the second ball. Swung on and missed. That's strike two. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. The short hit hard. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, one away. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. Coming to the plate now, Saul Worthing, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. 1 out, nobody on. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
This is skied into short left center. W comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. So with 7 runs allowed already, it's been another dismal outing from this pitching staff as you take a look there at the list of clubs with the highest team ERA. And you can see the bad news right there. They rank dead last among the 15 National League teams in that category. At the plate, Antoine Fong. Now here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Here's the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Ayala is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. It'll be the 4-hole hitter, Zane Oaks. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here comes the first pitch. Mac Madden is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard on the ground to short, and this is going to find its way into left for a one-out knock.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jose Ramos.
Into the box now, Jose Ramos, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball 1-0. A base hit in his first trip. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
3-0 now.
3-0.
On its way is pitch number 75.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
The shortstop, Jorge Ramos.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Ramos. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Yeah, he's not quite as powerful from the left side. He's certainly not Chipper Jones, who had pop from both sides of the plate. Much more pop hitting right-handed.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Now a ball line softly down the left field line, but foul. Hit softly down the line at first. The 0-2 once more. He pulls this one into right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. So now they'll have two men in scoring position following the two-out double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. So now to the plate, Philip Bowen, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
He has to be greedy working the outside of this strike zone. He cannot allow this guy to get back in this count, especially with the pitcher on there.
Second and third, two away. And he struck him out, his seventh of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Brian Cannon.
The second baseman, Brian Cannon.
First offering on its way. Here comes the 0-1.
Off the plate, 1-1.
Weak grounder back to the mound. And that's out number 1. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Adrian Esparza is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. So coming to the plate, Scott Franchise, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. And that'll miss up an in ball 2. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Pitch on the way. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame him. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate makes somebody else beat you.
Now in the box, Ian Fatty. He singled his last time up. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And another throw over. And he just manages to get his hand in. He's set, and the pitch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Liner towards second, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Wagner will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Wagner.
Fouled off. And he He's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The windup and the 0-1. And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And sometimes when you're down like they are, you've got to find a way to spark your offense any way you can. Now they've got the leadoff man on base and the starter working from the stretch. We'll see if this ignites them a little bit.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Edmundo Ayala. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box, Alex Santana. This will take a look at a sinker here. Too low for ball one.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
And he fouls this one off. First and second here with nobody out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. From the stretch, and he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Stepping in now, Nick W. as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
To 1-2 now.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Still 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Here now the 2-2. Swinging a little blooper to center. Ryan trying to get there. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, to right field.
Digging in, Zane Oaks. Here comes the first pitch. And he continues to labor here, coming up on 100 pitches in just the 5th inning.
Boy, D-Row, this is a spot right now. If you're an offense, you start licking their chop. Pitch count starting to get up. Into the 5th inning, they could be sitting on some big knocks right here.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. You're looking for something middle of the plate right here. He doesn't have a great feel for his breaking stuff. Maybe he hangs something.
The 2-0. Ripped down the line. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground at first. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Drilled down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
Count is 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
On a line, that's a base hit. 1 run scores, and a 2nd run is across. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at their deficit. That makes it a 7-3 ball game.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Skipper out of the dugout making the slow trek to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart here. And you know he would have loved 1 more out to qualify for the win, but he's gone nonetheless after 4 2/3. Rico Sierra will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. At the plate, Jose Ramos, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Tennessee is out in front here, 7-3. Jesus Ortega is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Tiny Ryan.
Now at the plate, Tiny Ryan. Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
First baseman, number 7, Corey Esparza.
Ready for another shot now, Corey Esparza. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch coming, here it is. Wind up and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two out, nobody on. Very high, 2-1. Textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
A bouncer up the middle. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Jorge Ramos.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ramos stands 5'9" and will hit from both sides of the plate. This is his 16th season at the major league level, and obviously that alone reflects the incredible career he's put together.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career, and you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Outside, 2-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Digging in, Philip Bowen is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Not a spot you'd expect a curveball. He's lucky he missed, because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Hit hard, but fouled toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. 7th pitch of the at bat coming up. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Eric Evans will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Eric Evans.
Looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Arellano is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Covey enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Saul Worthing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Covey benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, there have been occasions where he's been hit around a bit.
And that's one of the keys when you're managing a guy like this. If he's on, you're going to see him attack hitters, and when he's not, he's more prone to giving up base hits, so you have to have the bullpen ready if it's one of those days that he doesn't have it.
The 0-2 home. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job, but any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
AJ Valvito.
Now a throw over to first. Runner back safely. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 5 homers and 14 driven in. Plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A 1-1. It's a fastball that misses. All even now, 2-2. Runner at first with no outs here. And he got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Standing in now, Brian Cannon. Ball 1 to start the at bat. Now a move over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. particularly close tabs on it. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Runners on first with one down. 3-1.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Runners back. From the belt, the pitch. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering where the heck was that pitch. I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Now at the plate, Adrian Esparza. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Esparza hits a little over the 270 mark. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. 1-1. Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
2-2. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So striding in, Scott Franchise. From the stretch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is the left fielder. Still going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Number 22 on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
You've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hitter at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
Bubba Geddes gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box now, Ian Fatty, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
4 runs here in this half inning. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He's going to step out of the box, adjust his bat and gloves, and pray he gets the exact same pitch as that one. Because if it comes again, we like to refer to that one in the biz as a cement mixer.
Misses, ball 2. 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
2-2 one more time. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
In now, Andrew Arellano, as he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Tiny Ryan.
To the plate now, Tiny Ryan, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Hit to first, scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We're through 6 full. The Thunder are out in front here, 11-3. Jason Blake is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Stepping up now, Edmundo Ayala.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Now here it comes. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Here it comes. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Now the 2-0.
Oh, that's upstairs.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Now batting, Alex Santana. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. To second for 1. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
It's really tough to double up a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
He's set. Here it comes. Nick W. comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
In the dirt here.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
At the plate now, Zane Oaks. Popped him up. Fatty moving to his left. And that ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Corey Esparza.
Corey Esparza.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. And there's your first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Saul Worthing.
Standing in, Saul Worthing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. One out, nobody on. And he lays off for ball 1. 1-1 is a sinker in the dirt.
1 strike.
Now the 2-1. Hit out towards second. And there are 2 away now.
Now this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
So here now is the pitcher, Jason Blake. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
1's the count.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Count 1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
The 2-1 home is a ball down and away.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Now to the plate, Brian Cannon, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First offering on its way. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. W will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Mac Madden. First pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off there, 1-0. And it's fouled away. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone, 2-2.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Into the box, Jose Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now back. Jorge Ramos.
Digging in, Jorge Ramos. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 2 out, nobody on. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Outside, 3-0 now. Philip Bowen would be next. That's in there, 3-1. Softly hit toward the hole. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Adrian Esparza. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Pitch coming. Here it is. And a ball 1-0.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
2 balls, no strikes.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. That one's in there. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I gotta believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
A 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now. 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Now batter, right fielder, Scott.
So digging in now, Scott Franchise. Set and the pitch, and he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A ball and a strike.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
1-1.
2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The 2-2 is laid off of for ball number 3. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
He's as hot as anybody in the game right now, hitting a homer yesterday and 2 more today. They need to rethink whatever strategy they're using to pitch to him because he's killing them.
Now batting, the catcher,
Stepping in now, Ian Fatty, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. No outs, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Andrew Arellano will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And he is out on the tag. Digging in once again, Andrew Arellano. From the stretch. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Count. Here's the pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And that's the second out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
So stepping in, Tiny Ryan. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch of the at-bat. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Three and 0 now. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Fastball misses there, ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Stepping into the box, Corey Esparza. First pitch on its way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Well, this has been a lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen, as you can see there. They're asking a lot of him in this one, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a day off or 2 after this one.
That's wide, 2-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. We've played 8 full. The Thunder are out in front, 13-3. Ready once again, Philip Bowen starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make him try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Here comes the 0-1. Ball one.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And now a swing and a ball hit hard back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
Now batting.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Andres Diaz will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Diaz.
And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. They come into play at 317. 7 homers and an even 20 RBIs. And this is high, a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. The 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Ayala.
So now to the plate, Edmundo Ayala. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
Into the box now, Alex Santana. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now. First and second now, 1 man out. Too far out in front that time. You can't keep it fair, 2-1. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Franchise is there, 2 down.
The left fielder,
now at the plate, Nick W. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes this the other way to right. Franchise is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
13-3 the final score. Tennessee took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Rico Sierra gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Johnny Hinojosa was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. Jason Blake takes the rare 3-inning save, his 1st of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Time at the ballgame, 3 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.